now request whoever.
According to the 2024 Press Freedom Index report released by Human Rights Network for Journalists, human rights violation cases against journalists continue to exist, with 110 cases documented in the year 2024. The violations include physical assault, unlawful arrests, detentions, theft, damage and confiscation of journalists' property, and denial to access public events, among others.
We have seen more journalists blocked from accessing these things, and that has been the leading case that is registered under the report for the 2024 period, which report is titled One Step Forward, Two Steps Backward. And it talks of a slippery landscape for the media. And this is the 16th edition of the report. It is not indicating that things are going to get any better, because by any inch we have not registered cases in the report where the forces have taken action against the errant officers of those of the perpetrators, especially the forces.
The report also indicates that police remains number one perpetrator, followed by UPDF, military police and others. In order to safeguard media independence and ensure their safety, the report recommends that the government establishes an independent media rights commission to monitor violation of media rights in the country.
We would like government to establish an independent media rights commission, which is mandated to monitor violations against journalists and investigate all the complaints and violations occasioned by the state actors, because it's the only one that can take charge of its own. We cannot. So if this commission is to be set up in place, we will know that we have somewhere to run to, and we know that we will have justice at the end of the day. We will have a neutral arbiter, which is that commission, where all complaints will be brought and the perpetrators are brought to task to explain.
The report also recommends the establishment and compliance with the Media Access Protocol to reduce arbitrary restrictions and ensure that journalists access public proceedings without fear or interference. Robert Sempara, Executive Director of Human Rights Network for Journalists, speaking at the launch, said that the report indicates that instead of things getting better, it's worsening and may be more as we get to the 2026 general elections.
It worries everyone in the field, and more so we're concerned as we go into the 2026 elections, because we have seen what happened in Kawempe, North by-elections, and we are very scared that this might spread across to the other areas, because the perpetrators of that violence have not been brought to book.
A representative from the Danish embassy, Wak Karsten, who was the chief guest during the report launch, said that journalists play a critical role in the country, therefore their rights should be protected.
The title of this year's report, One Step Forward, Two Steps Back, A Slippery Media Landscape, is both telling and timely. It captures the complex and often contradictory environment in which Ugandan journalists operate. Progress in some areas is being undermined by growing threats in others.
Besides the report, Sempara also revealed that the Human Rights Network for Journalists is to conduct research regarding the payment of journalists in the country to pave way for addressing the problem of raw payment, late payment, and no payment of journalists, which seems to be a serious problem.
We are going to conduct a research or a survey and come up with a report on the payment of journalists in the country, because there have been overwhelming cries by many media practitioners, either for little pay, no pay at all, and uncertainty over their employment.
On celebrating World Press Freedom Day tomorrow, Sempara urged the government to consider problems faced by journalists in the country.
Sunday is a very important day to all of us, because it's the only day annually that we take stock of what has happened in the industry, where we meet to celebrate our victories, and where we meet also to share our challenges, and then cast a future for all of us. So it's an important day where we all need to come and stand in solidarity with whichever activities that we're undertaking, but we also want to invite government to appreciate that this is not only a day for marching, for making beautiful speeches that are not followed through the entire year, and waiting another 360 days to come and make other beautiful statements without action.
Julius Mhomuza, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.